Greetings, programs. This is Wretch. Welcome back to Sherlock Holmes Crimes and Punishments. And we are back here where it all started, guys, where the charming Mr. Montague Dunne was found murdered. And now that we have all of these clues, we need to put them together to figure out how exactly he met his end. So, he would inhale the spores, knock the statue over. Oh. Escaped the room. And then died, pretty much. So he got infected, headed to the door, tripped, fell, cracked his head on the edge of this pond, and died.
When Montague
horribly.
Dunne was standing close by the plants, the caterpillars were released and caused the deadly spores to activate. Panicking, and likely already half asphyxiated, Montague Dunne started back and knocked over the bust. He rushed to the door, but it was locked. He had to force it open with his shoulder. We already know the outcome. Montague Dunne collapsed and died not far from the pool. Well, it is time to perform our experiment on the ventilation system.
Knew that was going to happen. Alright. Well, let's go ahead and see. Do we have any new clues or anything we need to... Nope. Think we'll be good. Probably get some more clues here directly. Find out how to stimulate the deadly plants in the colonial collection. Whoa, wait a minute. Are these should be important, shouldn't they? The water lily greenhouse. Okay. We may have to come back because I think that has a part to play. I'm going the wrong way, aren't I? Because these are all the tropical plants. This is where Albert is. Or was. Ooh. Oh yeah, they all went out. We basically have complete run of the place. That's okay. I'm glad to see that they trust me enough to leave me alone with all these plants and machineries.
First of all, I need to visit the colonial collection room to see how those caterpillars dropped onto the deadly plants.
Oh, you're killing me, Smalls. Okay. We need to open the vent. Man, that is one fire if it keeps on... One good fire if it keeps smoking like that. Run right here through the desert. Alright. Here's the vent.
The caterpillars could only fall from the ventilation duct. Our caterpillars are in place. I'll activate the ventilation system so that they fall down. Watson, stay here and observe.
All right, Holmes.
And we are... Like, there's the window panes, the detergent for cleaning. What are we missing here? Well, let's stay in detective view, because I think we're following the vents to their... Yep. Like so. Power?
The power is on.
Transmission. Starter.
The engine has started. The ventilation system is working.
Now I wonder what the results were. Only one way to find out. So, we are going to follow all the clues. There's Albert's desk, but he doesn't have access to a window to see what's going on.
From here, we are unable to see the interior of the Colonial Collection Room.
However, across the way, in Hamish's room, where we found the bust, by the way. Bam. Control lever.
We can see the interior of the Colonial Collection Room from this window.
I did not notice that before.
Excellent. This ventilation fan is working. Let us see if I can activate the other one.
Wait, let's head back to Albert's desk and see if there was one nearby there, too.
Perfect. Now I just need to find Watson to check the result.
Watson's dead.
It works perfectly, Holmes. Bravo. Now, if you could just help me to get rid of these caterpillars.
Perfect. Now we know how the murder of Montague Dunne was carried out, by activating both Albert's and Mr. Hamish's fans.
But only from Mr. Hamish's workplace would it be possible to see when Montague Dunne entered the Colonial Collection Room.
Okay, more deductions. Ventilation used, along with deadly precision. Martin Hamish had the opportunity to stimulate the deadly plants in the Colonial Collection Room. As a biologist, he would have understood the technicality of how to do this. And that leads to... Martin Hamish could be the killer. He had the opportunity to steal the Divine Syndicate's plants and stimulate them from his workplace directly after he had locked Montague Dunne inside the Colonial Collection Room. Affect the arrest of Martin Hamish. Okay. We didn't get a choice there? Well, we did, actually. We had a choice to put the syndicate in jail. I think Hamish is the person, but it's weird that it didn't give us a choice.
Let's go to Scotland Yard.
Contact Lestrade in order to have Martin Hamish arrested. This is a weird way to go. Not what we're used to, at least. I wonder if there's more to the case than what we have currently gleaned. Guess we're going to find out soon enough. Go talk to Lestrade. That's not Martin's, those are Dunne's belongings. Doo-doo-doo-doo.
Inspector, I believe that Martin Hamish is guilty of the murder of Montague Dunne.
Aha! I knew it. I'll send the lads around to arrest him.
Very good. I shall wait to hear from you.
Sometime later. Where are we going now? It's like we've got... Oh! Oh, there was more stuff. I didn't even notice it. Crap. Did I just put an innocent man in jail? Oh, hold on. The knowledge of Miss White acquired at the university might not be enough to guarantee the correct reaction of the deadly plants. Miss White had the biological knowledge to stimulate the deadly plants. We could have got... Oh, no. Oh, that's not good. Hold up. Montague. Let me see if we can fix this. Albert's lack of experience. Albert is not very good at botany, as doubtful that he could have learned how the plants might release their deadly spores. Albert had the biological knowledge to stimulate the deadly plants, which he did not. He's pretty much done from this, I would assume. Can we actually change that up? Hamish's opportunity. The sect is not involved. Yeah, I'm not sure. That makes the connection. You have to choose. Dunne was poisoned, yes. The sect is not involved. His motive and opportunity. And a partial theft. I'm not exactly sure how we... See, that makes that go away. I think we made the right call, though, out of the three. So, where are we going? Are we going to make the arrest?
Inspector, I came here as quickly as I could.
Martin Hamish is in the large glass house. There's no need to hurry.
Did he kill himself? Just how he said that was, Oh, no.
Holmes, my God!
Yes, we found him like that.
Our messing around with the ventilation system didn't go unnoticed. Mr. Hamish realized that we knew.
Inspector, could you arrange the body, please? I should like to examine it.
Well, this definitely took a turn.
The mark around the neck is very visible. He died instantly.
Oh, he left a suicide note. Possibly. Life has become a living hell. I find it unbearable. Dunne deserved to die, but I cannot forgive myself for having his blood upon my hands. We Hamishes seem to always fallen victim to our circumstance, and I find myself to be no exception. I must atone, and I shall do so here and now. Farewell. So he did do it. Possibly.
Holmes, his left shoe is unique. This anomaly is often a characteristic of...
A club foot. Bravo, Watson. That is the key element of this case.
Oh yeah, the dragging. Hamish's confession with the club foot. Martin Hamish was unable to run due to the tibial torsion on his club foot. Therefore, we should find out if he had sufficient time to lock the door of the Colonial Collection Room and activate the ventilation system. Did he have an accomplice? Oh dear. Discuss with Lestrade the possible impact of new clues found on the body of Martin Hamish. That was easy.
Something about this rings very oddly.
Why do you say that, Mr. Holmes?
Why? Because of Mr. Hamish's club foot. Oh, I deserve to be kicked from here to Charing Cross. I should have noticed it.
But, Mr. Holmes, I can't see why.
No, I don't suppose you do. You must recall that Mr. Dunne was locked inside the Colonial Collection Room by the murderer. If it was Mr. Hamish, he would have had to run up to his workplace to trigger the fan situated above it, taking into consideration the condition of his foot.
Well, it is still possible.
Perhaps, but it is rather strange that such a person as Mr. Hamish decided to base his plan on the speed of his gait.
You mean to say that somebody helped him?
So the suicide is questionable?
Correct. Mr. Hamish accuses only himself in his letter, and so the investigation stops.
Possibly an accomplice, then? That idea had not occurred to me, Mr. Holmes.
I have another idea, Inspector. Thanks to the testimony that we have collected, we are able to rebuild the events as they took place that day.
With a timeline, such as we did in the Jack the Ripper case.
Precisely.
I'd really like to...
The map at the entrance of Kew Gardens should help us with our timeline.
Let us analyze the facts and statements so that we may recreate the events of that morning.
I'd like to see the Jack the Ripper case. Okay. Albert meets Montague Dunne and Martin Hamish at the Seed House at 9:30. Okay, so... Albert meets Montague Dunne and Martin Hamish at the Seed House. It was back at around 20 minutes to 10 when Hamish and Montague Dunne went to the backyard. After 10 minutes, Dunne recommenced his inspection and entered the dry tropics room. Hamish returned to the Seed House. Around 20 minutes to 10. Dunne recommenced his inspection. That was after 10 minutes. Martin Hamish had a conversation with Miss White at 10 o'clock. Miss White was in the laboratory until 10:40 when she saw Hamish and Albert in the Waterlily greenhouse and joined them there. So at 10 o'clock here and 10:40 they were all together. Hamish ran to Albert as soon as he discovered that Montague Dunne was unwell, which was at around 10:30. Albert was in the Seed House the entire morning. He observed Hamish returning from visiting Miss White at around 10 minutes past 10. Okay. So if we play the events... RT... Visited. They went over here. Wait, after 10 minutes, Dunne... Hamish returned to the Seed House. So what am I missing here? What's the problem? Something's not right. 20 minutes to 10 when Hamish and Montague Dunne went out to the backyard. After 10 minutes... Oh, okay. Something conflicted here. When was he in the dry tropic room? Let's try that. Talks there, goes to the nursery. Seed House. And there's a conflict here. Let's try... That was at 9:50. Yeah, 20 minutes to 10, which would be 9:40. And after 10 minutes, Dunne... Oh. Okay. Hold on. After 10 minutes, entered the dry tropics room. returns to the seed house. Okay, let's check that one out. Right trigger to play events. Talks to Miss White. Goes over there.
Let us summarize. Montague Dunne was poisoned inside the Colonial Collection Room. He forced open the door, which means that someone locked him inside there at 10:20. Martin Hamish was last seen at 10:10. This means that he has approximately 10 minutes to lock the door of the Colonial Collection Room. Given that he was club-footed, it is doubtful. Albert also has 10 minutes to lock the door of the Colonial Collection Room, which is quite enough time. Miss White was last seen at 10 o'clock, which means that she had approximately 20 minutes to lock the door. More than enough time. Perfect, Watson. Now, let us ascertain who assisted Martin Hamish in killing Montague Dunne.
Oh dear. Miss White stayed alone in the laboratory after speaking with Martin. Since Montague Dunne showed signs of poisoning at 10:20, White had approximately 20 minutes to act without being observed. Go into Albert's timeline. Albert is not involved. Martin Hamish and Albert are not accomplices. It is unlikely that Albert would have had the opportunity, and 10 minutes would have not been enough to lock the door of the Colonial Collection Room. Albert had time. Albert was Martin Hamish's accomplice. 10 minutes would have been... I don't think he would have killed his dad, though. I don't know. Albert had time. And then... Oh, oops. Sorry for that close-up, Holmes. And then Hamish's timeline with White's timeline. Miss White had 20 minutes. It would have been enough to trap Montague Dunne. She could have locked the door and alerted Martin Hamish to activate the ventilation system. Martin Hamish and Miss White are not accomplices. So if we said that Miss White was not involved, that makes the connection that Albert is an accomplice. Albert Dunne was Martin Hamish's accomplice in killing Montague Dunne. Humiliated repeatedly by his father and denied his dreams, Albert resolved to aid and abet the murder. I don't think so. I really don't think so. I think Miss White did it. Oh, wow. We can also do the thing. Hamish did it alone. Martin Hamish committed the murder alone. He loathed Montague Dunne because of his treatment of Hamish's father. Hamish had enough time to lock Dunne in and activate the ventilation fan from his workplace. Ooh. No. I think White had time. Disagreement, White's lack of experience. Remember, Dunne Sr. or Montague was going to take out her meal ticket. Like her entire life was about to go on a downward spiral, and she become kind of accustomed to the lifestyle she was living. Margaret White was Martin Hamish's accomplice in killing Montague Dunne. Her professional ambition and personal situation had been damaged by the breakup with Dunne. Yes. Absolve Miss White. Miss White is a desperate woman in debt, resigned to consorting with wealthy gentlemen. When Dunne cast her aside, she killed him in desperation. Hamish tried to save her, and she deserves a second chance. No, this was coldly calculated and planned. Miss White is a dangerous woman, very capable of carrying out an elaborate murder for monetary gain. She flirted with Dunne's son Albert, and later pushed Martin Hamish to a suicide. She deserves the rope. Tit for tat, I suppose. Let's go with it. Condemn! Now where are we going? Just Martin seemed like still in shock and dealing with all of the nonsense of having his father murdered.
But Holmes, how can you be certain that we'll find Miss White here?
It is obvious, Watson. Just use your brain.
I am using it. I do use it.
Now that the rope has tightened around Martin Hamish, Miss White must act to erase all traces of her implication. After the suicide of her accomplice, there is one final trace remaining: the deadly plants of the Divine Syndicate.
Oh.
She will be there.
Very good. Shall we go?
Just one moment. Now listen to me, Watson. I shall see her alone. You will conceal yourself behind her, quietly.
Whatever are you planning?
Nothing spectacular. The impulses of women have always been a mystery to me. But she is a bold one, and so we must be cautious.
All right. You can count on me, Holmes.
Oh, is she going to go for an acid attack or something?
Mr. Holmes, good day to you.
You do not seem surprised, Miss White.
Well, I was expecting you.
Not for too long, I believe. So please tell me, as it is still unclear, who planned the murder? Was it you?
You were wrong, Mr. Holmes.
It was Martin Hamish, then. You managed to convince him to take on a more prominent role.
You could not be further from the truth.
You think that you can fool me?
You don't care what I think.
It is difficult to care about someone who is capable of pushing a man to his suicide. It is over, Miss White. The police will be here any minute.
Over, perhaps. One moment you were here, and the next, you were on the other side.
The other side? No! Stop!
Oh, crap. Step forward.
I beg you not to do this, Miss White.
Don't come any closer.
Please remain calm. We can help you.
Not one step further. Don't try to stop me.
Stop this foolishness. You cannot truly want to die.
No, it's too late.
Oh, oh crap.
This is tragic, Holmes.
Are you able to do anything?
I'm afraid not. The poison has been fulgurating. Her heart stopped instantly, poor child.
Boo! Miss White is a dangerous woman, very capable. Can we choose another ending? Can we try that again? The game will load before the moral. I want to try and get that, actually prevent the suicide. I hope we made the right call. She kept on denying it, but she also had the suicide vial there. Oh, hi. Okay. We shall condemn. Yeah, they give you no time at all. We'll see if we can do it. We'll see if we can pull it off.
But Holmes...
Skip through all that. Get right back to the minigame.
Mr.
You do not. So... It is... The other...
Okay, here we go.
I beg you not to do this, Miss White.
Don't come any closer.
Please remain calm. We can help you.
Not one step further. Don't try to stop me.
Stop this foolishness. You cannot truly want to die.
No, it's too late.
Okay. There we go.
Well done, Watson. She was not faking.
No, she wasn't.
Miss White, you have no right to take your own life.
Dr. Watson? Did you just save me? Or worse?
Okay. Miss White is a dangerous woman, very capable of carrying out an elaborate murder. When she realized that she was unable to make any further monetary gain from Montague Dunne, she advanced her affections to Albert, his son. She was the one who locked the door of the Colonial Collection room directly after Hamish released the caterpillars, and then pushed Martin Hamish to his suicide only to cover herself. She got what she deserved. Ew. Okay, we will accept that decision and finish the case. Personality rank is sympathizing. 91% of people solved the case the same way. Holy crap. And 75 made the same moral choice. Neat. I like it. A half moonwalk. So we're going on to the next case, guys. We will go ahead and end the episode here and pick it up next time. Hope you all have enjoyed it. If you liked the episode, please leave a like down below. Subscribe to the channel, leave a comment. That'd be a big help. And we'll see you next time. Later days, everyone.